This is the winter holidays, everybody. That means we get Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, everything you want in December. It's here. We're gonna put a hold on our fanfics. We're just gonna do holiday specials all of December, guys. All of December. I am sorry if you got left on a cliffhanger from any of the other fanfictions, but we are doing holiday special fanfictions for December because that is the spirit I am in. Okay, this is a Fred Weasley X reader, and we love Fred Weasley. I wish I could do his accent, but I am not good at mimicking accents, so this is gonna sound real funky, but it's okay. The fanfiction is good. If you're not sure what this fanfiction is, just go into the description below and read that summary, because the summary is in the description below. And since we love authors in this community, make sure to go support the author, because we love authors in this community. I said that in the beginning, but it's okay. And, the music is in there too, because we also support artists. We support all artists in this community, okay? We love them. And there's a new section in my channels. Yeah, so I linked other fanfiction channels if you're interested, because, we need to share and spread love, and I didn't know there was that many fanfiction channels, so yeah, just go check them out. There's a lot of them. Just show them love. Get into the holiday spirit, guys. Spread the love. Okay, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and let's get into this. You ran your fingertips up and down his chest while he hummed a tuneless song. It was Christmas break, and you'd come home with the Weasleys for the holiday, much to the unhappiness of your pure-blood Slytherin parents. But nothing had been the same since you were sorted into Gryffindor. They just couldn't seem to look you in the eye. You were their greatest disappointment. As for your other siblings, well, that was totally different. They were Slytherin through and through. They'd be spending the break with the Malfoys, and that was no place you wanted to be. "Hey," Fred asked, kissing the top of your head. You craned your neck to look at him, your sweater catching over your chin. "Have you ever confused George for me?" He wondered as his fingers twirled through your hair. You smiled up at him as he looked towards his snoring brother. You reached up to pull his face down to you. "No." You laughed quietly, the whole house still asleep. "Oh, you're so sure, huh?" You hummed and kissed him in reply. He pulled away with a smirk on his face and asked, "What if I said I was George and the one over there," he motioned to the boy in the other bed, "was in fact your boyfriend?" Your stomach dropped, but only for a moment. You knew who was who. There was just something about Fred. You grinned and grabbed his hips, straddling him under the sheets. You leaned down to his ear and whispered, "I'd say you're lying, Freddie." He stuck the tip of his tongue between his teeth and grinned at you. He was so glad you were over for the holiday. You kissed along his jaw, lips barely touching his skin until you made your way to his lips. His hands were resting on your hips, but they began to make their way up and under your sweater. Suddenly, he pulled back, making you sigh. He grinned at your impatience. "How do you know?" You frowned at him and thought for a moment, considering your answer. "Just some little things." You leaned down to kiss him again, but he moved his head. "Fred!" you groaned, which made him laugh. "Like what?" he insisted. You bit on the inside of your lip and tapped your fingers down his arms. "Liz," he cooed. "Can't you just accept the fact that I know?" No," he smiled. "Please?" He sighed, pulling his hands away from your back, leaving cold spots where his hands were. Then quicker than you could have said Merry Christmas, he had you flipped and underneath him. He rested his arms either side of your head. "I bet it's my natural, more manly aura than George." You laughed and rolled your eyes. "Of course. Yep, you're bang on, Fred Weasley." "I knew it," he giggled before meeting your lips. Suddenly, he moved his hands to your sides and began tickling you. "Hey! You squealed, throwing your head back into the pillow. "Stop! No, I can't!" Ah! You laughed as he pinched around your stomach. "Oi, you two! Shut the hell up!" A pillow was thrown by a very annoyed-looking George, his hair sticking up in all directions. "Sorry, Georgie," Fred babbled and threw the pillow back. You leaned on top of your elbows as Fred sat at the foot of the bed. George sat back up, glaring at both you and his brother. "You're both insufferable." "George!" Fred grabbed his chest and fell back on top of you before proceeding to jump onto his very disgruntled twin. You spent the day attached to Fred's hip, his arm around your waist for the majority of the time. It got to the point where he wouldn't let go even when it was uncomfortable for both of you, and Arthur had to kindly remind him of a thing called personal space. He finally left you when George, Ron, and Harry forced him outside for a snowball fight, while you helped Jenny with some potions homework.
I won!
You did not!
I'm pretty sure Harry won, actually,
Ron suggested. All 4 boys were soaked and ran upstairs to change. Do you actually like him? Ginny asked quietly, as Fred stuck his tongue out at you. You were a bit struck by the question, but there was no hesitation in your answer. Of course. He's just so... Freddy. You smiled down at her homework. I guess that's why I like him. Ugh. Hey, what about you and Harry? You nudged her. Her cheeks went bright red and looked up to see if Molly heard. Shh. You smiled smugly at her and went to continue explaining how the sleeping draft worked when a pair of arms flung around your chest.
Hello, beautiful.
He rocked the chair back and kissed your cheek.
It was George,
but you weren't about to spoil the fun, so you played along, despite Jenny's concerned looks. Hey, baby. You crooned, even though you hated using baby. It was so generic and old. Fred knew this. George didn't.
I need to tell you something,
he said, pulling your hand. Okay, Freddy. He led you through to the lounge and plopped down onto the couch, hauling you on top of him. What's wrong? You asked, finding it slightly difficult to keep playing along. It felt wrong, and there were just so many things different about George. But nonetheless, you pulled his hair, which is slightly longer than Fred's, behind his ear and smiled down at him. He muttered, his eyes flickering between yours. He obviously didn't expect to get this far.
I just wanted to, tell you that.
You noticed that his hand slightly hovered over your waist and it made you laugh, so you buried your face in his neck so he wouldn't see.
What are you doing?
He asked, awkwardly patting your back. You muttered into his chest.
What did you say?
I said, you smiled, sitting up, failing to control your laughter. You're a terrible actor, George. His face suddenly relaxed and a smile lit it up.
I was so worried. I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Luckily, I know the difference. And after a moment when you moved off him, so where's the boy hiding?
He's upstairs. Didn't want to see, just in case.
You pouted and felt your cheeks flush.
Oh God, you're both too cute,
he muttered. I'll go find him. You squatted up and kissed his cheek before hurtling up the stairs. Fred called you before you reached the door.
Liz?
Hey, lovely.
Oh, thank heavens,
he sighed, enveloping you in his arms, kissing your forehead.
What's taking so long? I was beginning to think that maybe you'd...
I told you, Fred. I know.
When?
The moment he touched me. He pulled back slightly.
He touched you?
Hold up! No. He just hugged me.
Oh, okay.
He smiled. After a moment of staring in silence, you whispered to him. It's your voice. And your eyes. And the way you smell.
My eyes? The way I smell?
His smile growing on his lips.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, I know, but it's just...
His lips crashed to yours, making you stumble back slightly with the force of the kiss. His hands cradled the back of your head, and the other pressing your back closer to him. He leant you against the wall, breathing you in as his lips moved with yours. His fingers curled into the fabric of your cardigan and reeled through your hair. Both of your hands cupped his cheeks and held his head closer to you.
Oi, oi,
said a slight voice. You both broke apart, breathless and feeling hot. George stood at the top of the stairs, his arms folded, a smug look on his face. You hid your face behind Fred's shoulder.
Piss off, you!
Fred chastised his twin. After he took off down the stairs, he turned your face to him.
It's not embarrassing.
No?
If anything, it's absolutely disgusting. You're so in love with me, I don't even know why. He grinned. You absolutely disgust me. You laughed back. Good. You guys, I literally started this video 2 weeks ago. I was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago, and then school was like, no, we're gonna assign you extra projects because it's almost Christmas break, winter break, and we're just gonna give you a lot of work and then essays and stuff like that. And I was like, hold on. Yeah, and I just got a job, guys. This is my first job, so we'll see how that goes. Let's try not to get fired the first day. But this was so cute! Oh my gosh, I love Fred. I don't have a crush on Fred, but like Fred is now maybe. He's so cute. But that was so good. I love this. This was really cute. Again, if you want to check it out, it's in the description below. Same with the music. And yeah, this was so good though. Like it made my heart beat a little faster, I was just like, oh my gosh, Freddie is, oh my gosh, when I had to say, hey baby, I kept cringing. It was so bad. I've never been in a relationship, guys. I don't know no, I can't say it. It's just weird. It's like, hey baby, you're like, ugh. Be like, hi baby. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go, so have a nice holiday, guys. Next we have a Spencer Reed X-Reader, and it's a Christmas theme as well, so I hope you guys like that. He's from Criminal Minds. Definitely watch Criminal Minds. It's such a good show. Okay, that's it. Have a nice day, night, have a nice day, night, or whenever you're watching this, and yeah. Bye. See you in the next one.